Ẹ mà lẹ́ níbẹ̀ yẹn ò nílé lóko. Ẹ sì kú dédé àsìkò yìí. Hello everyone, it's Adironke again. I hope your day is going well. Today I'll be addressing another saying or proverb. I don't know if it's thick enough or complex enough to be proverb, but it's a saying and could be a proverb too. I'm torn. It involves the wicker basket. So in my previous video, I analyzed wicker items and their symbolism, mentioned the shuku style as well in reference to the more reserved wicker basket. This saying involves a wicker basket as well, wicker baskets in general. Well, this is the video that I made. So in case you're looking for it or in case you intend to, this is the thumbnail that I chose. The saying that we'll be addressing is Ọ̀pọ̀ Kagbon, afẹ́fẹ́ ló ń gbé lọ. Ọ̀pọ̀ Kagbon, afẹ́fẹ́ ló ń gbé lọ. I'll tell you what each word means, per usual, and we'll see what the translation is, and then we can figure out what the meaning is. Ọ̀pọ̀ or ọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀, if you choose. Ọ̀pọ̀ is many. Ọ̀pọ̀ is many, not scarce. Many. Ọ̀rọ̀, words, or just word. I didn't want to say many words, so many words, but ọ̀rọ̀ is just word, or even, just word. Or ọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀, if you choose to say ọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀, as opposed to ọ̀pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀, words, púpọ̀, many, o negates a sentence. So if you include o, just standing alone like that, one lettered word like that, it negates that sentence. That sentence goes from a positive to a negative. You're negating something. O, do not. Kagbon is two words combined. Kun is to fill up. Kun is to fill up or filled up or even full. If you're using it, as an adjective, as a verb, to fill up. Agbon is the wicker basket. You can also call it the akbere, like I mentioned in the video that I made before this one. Agbon, basket. Afefe, also written this way, the thing that blows. So like the wind. If you break it down, the thing that blows, even, but wind is what that is. Lo is two words combined. Ni o, ni is, o is it. So in this case, it's referring to something. What is what lo would be in this instance. O is a pronoun, could be she or it. In this case, it's like it, and it's referring to something. So what? So it is what? Is a present or continuous tense indicator. So when it's standing alone like that, one lettered word, just like that, it indicates that the sentence is in present tense or continuous tense. So something is happening or something happens. And then be is carry it. Be is to carry, and then it. You're making the third person singular pronoun from the last vowel of the verb. That's how it's made. And in my video on pronouns, I explained it and I gave a formula of sorts that you can use to make a third person singular pronoun from any verb that you come across. Eat. And I even gave example sentences too. Bite, ra, be, je, mu, that it you make from the last vowel of the preceding verb. But anyway, lo is away. Lo is away. So let's put all of this together and let's see what sentence we have, however rough. Many words do not fill up basket. The thing that blows, so wind, is what carried away. Let's rewrite that. Many words do not fill up a basket. The wind is what carries it. It's been what is said away. Many words do not fill up a basket. The wind is what carries it away. Many words don't fill up a basket. The wind blows them away. Many words don't fill up a basket. The wind blows them away. You have to understand the history and the culture for that to make much sense. Of course, you know, words don't fill up a basket. Anything that you cannot hold cannot fill up a basket anyway. So hair doesn't fill up a basket. Thoughts don't fill up a basket. You can, like, that's so random. And why is this even worthy of reference? How did this become a saying among the Yoruba people? The Kagbon is such an important and popular and essential item as far as history goes, because we used it for practically everything. Very essential to e-commerce. I'm sorry, not e-commerce. I mean, till now we go add to basket or add to cart. So, but not to e-commerce. I'm sorry, to commerce, to commerce. Used to display, transport, and store produce and products. So if you were going to the farm, you would hold, and these are very elaborate modern baskets, probably made from much bigger trees than the average palm tree. But our raffia baskets, well, I already said it, our baskets are typically woven from raffia items. Yeah, no, they wouldn't have looked like this. And to get a better picture of what they would have looked like, you'd have to see my previous video, because it includes like footage of a man weaving one as well, or did I say footage, like a a recording of a man weaving one. So that might help you see what the traditional ones look like. But if you were going to the farm, you took them with you, essential for harvest. You were, especially if you were not, you couldn't afford like the elaborate banshuku. If you were transporting clothes from one place to another, you were traveling, just very essential. You'll find them in the markets everywhere. You would have found them then, and you would still find them now. In the markets, you use them to move items. We see this item, the Àṣamọ, the wicker basket, as something that holds things of value, things that you can sell, things that you just bought, things that you spent several months, possibly a year or more on. In the case of farmers, you spend a year or more cultivating yams. They finally get ripe for harvest. You harvest them and you either take them home or even straight to the market for sale. You use the wicker basket. It's your clothes. You can store them in it. Just very essential anyway, needless to say. I talked about it in that video. We see the wicker basket as something that holds things of value. So if you say too many words don't fill up a basket, you're saying when you talk too much, it becomes valueless. When a person talks too much, the essential message sort of gets drowned in the too much talking. And it's I mean, it's kind of mean if you are one person who likes to talk a lot. You might go, ouch. But that's the Yoruba perspective. Too many words don't fill up a basket. As a matter of fact, if you're going to enjoy being around elders, you kind of have to understand not talking too much and not just going on and on and on. And also knowing how to interpret whatever little those elders say. So if you're someone who likes hearing things so literally, everything has to be broken down for me into bits, and every single aspect of a thought or a statement has to be uttered, you may not enjoy Yoruba elders very much. And even just the general culture, that's why this metaphors and proverbs exist. Many things are often said among Yoruba people without necessarily being said. And we have another proverb that addresses that. I saw on Twitter recently there was sort of a trend, we're not the same or something like that. Somebody denied another person a job because of how flowery their language was. And people were buttering in and saying, well, that's kind of how these people talk in their languages, where it's the language can be very flowery but also quite brief. A lot can be said without necessarily being said. Yeah, it's it just loses value when you talk too much. Using too many words to drive a point or make a statement renders it ineffective. Your message loses its value. It just the main message just gets drowned in all the rubbish that you've included, or the too much talking, or nothing that has to do with anything that you're mentioning. So yeah, ọ̀pọ̀ Kagbon, afẹ́fẹ́ ló ń gbé lọ. The proverb that we have to buttress this, àbọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúàbí, tó bá dénú ẹ̀ á di odidi. Or you can even, here I included re, but you can say e as well. Re came first, obviously, but you can omit the ri and just say e. Àbọ̀rọ̀ là ń sọ fọ́mọlúàbí, tó bá dénú rẹ̀, tó bá dénú ẹ̀, á di odidi, adodidi. Half a statement is what we tell a good-natured person. Once they absorb it, it becomes whole. Once they absorb it, it gets into them. It reaches their inside. If you want in a more literal form of once they absorb it, once it reaches their inside, it becomes whole. So you don't need to tell. Can you imagine a person who has a good character, a person who's proper, they don't need to be told every single thing. They don't need to, I mean, if you want to make a statement to them, you don't need to make it so plain. Like they're intuitive. So intuition is definitely encouraged. Active listening, intuition, and being able to decode. That decoding aspect is also evident in Aruku. I haven't made a video on Aruku in a while. I should probably start. Yeah, I should probably make another one. Being able to decode was also very essential, still is in many ways. Half a statement is what we tell a good-natured person. Once they absorb it, the off that you've told them without needing to specify so much, it becomes whole. They get it. Yeah, ọ̀pọ̀rọ̀ Kagbon, afẹ́fẹ́ ló ń gbé lọ. Too many words don't fill up a basket. Too many words are not productive. They become less substantial. That makes more sense. That gives you more cultural insight into, like, what do the Yoruba people even think about the Agbon, the wicker basket? We use it to hold things of value, things that can be exchanged or sold, things that are that you would like to store, which means they have some value to them. Too many words don't fill that up. So too many words are not productive. You're wasting the message you're trying to pass across by using too many words in doing so. That is it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I hope this doesn't make you too conscious of yourself now. I hope I'm not talking too much. I mean, language is very much, enjoyed. It's just when you want to pass a message across, just pass it across. It's a lesson that we all have to learn. And, I guess, what is it called again? The attention span then was even much longer now. I mean, the fact that even they couldn't stand too much talking, too much unnecessary talking back then just shows that nothing has changed so far as it was before the 2000s, and the early something hundreds is how it is even to this day. So yeah, too many words don't fill up a basket. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. ìyá ẹja bẹ́ẹ̀ lójú egun bá lè di ọkọ mi mo ní ìyá ẹja gbà lójú ọ̀pẹ àmọ̀mọ̀ ọ̀bẹ́lẹ̀ wúrà rojọ́ ọ̀bẹ́ rí mọ̀mọ̀ ọ̀jẹ́lẹ́nu méjì ọ̀dá sọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo wọn ọ̀dọ́ sí ni wọ́n tó mọ̀ sí èmi ọ̀kọ́ ń sí ọ bàbá arúgbó ìyàwó sì yá ní ọmọ sí bàbá rẹ̀ lánàá oko èmi ọ̀kọ́ ń sí ọ bàbá arúgbó ọ̀bárò lójú aráyè gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn bàbá onílé wa àgbo sàmọ́mọ̀ jánu mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́ torí bá ọ̀bá gbé wa fẹ́ gún eégún lè mú kò lè mú wa bá ọ̀bá gbé wa àfọ́rò lè máa wá wò bá ọ̀bá gbé wa àfọ́kọ̀
kílábí àti ìtẹ́jú kínní kò ní mú wa àgbòsà mọ́mọ́ jánu mọ́ ọ lọ́wọ́ àwa ni dámọ́ lọ́jọ́ dábì lápò èso késo olúwa mi ọ̀jàjà wara orí òkú òní ná dámọ́ ẹlọ́mọ ni má pò.